in your life. Who are we? Why are we here? What are these special feelings that we have inside? These feelings that we want to give. It's nurturing, it's love, it's caring for the little guy, making sure mom's okay. You're a Cancer, damn it, you're a Cancer, and you can't help it. Anyway, you're squishy on the inside and crunchy on the outside, and we're halfway through the year, and there's a virus that's spreading all sorts of fears. So who are you in the month to come? Let's check out the stars. Let's see what will become. Alright, anyway, that was my improv for the day. Hanging with Cancer. What's up, mofos? This is my monthly show where I go through each sign. Today it's Cancer. We're going to check out the astrology, the astro weather for the month. Then I'm going to do a special tarot reading just for Cancers. So why waste time? Let's hook it up. Let's get into it. Hope your Cancers are doing good out there. I just noticed there's like a cob. What is that? Clean that up for you there. There's this tiny little spider web between you and I. Alright, we got all that taken care of. Anyway, any Cancer stopping by, feel free to hang out while we do this live. And if you're not a Cancer, feel free to hang out and check it out, because we're talking about the astro weather for June. Now, I don't know about you, but it's been kind of weird, kind of strange. Cancers are homebodies. You ain't feeling bad being at home, right? I got a Cancer ascendant. I'm just chilling, man. Drinking tea. Got a lot of planets going retrograde in June. Let's see what's going on. Anyway, welcome, Cancer. Thanks for coming by. Let's check out the astrology for the month. The astrology for the month. This is June 5th. On June 5th, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this full moon in June. June 5th. Yeah, boy. June 5th, we got a full moon in Sagittarius. And it's a lunar eclipse. If you look on the diagram, you can see it. There it is. There's the moon around 9 o'clock. That's where it's happening. Right there in Sagittarius. Yep. Cruising along. This moon. Full moon in Sagittarius. It's also the sun in Gemini opposite moon in Sagittarius. It's time to tune in, Cancer, and get spiritual. I'm going to call it in. It's time to get real and look at your long-term goals. You want to take the time to consider other people when designing your future, Cancer. It's a great time to get spiritual. That means when we listen to that part of ourselves that cares about ourselves, that is in touch with ourselves, we're in touch with how we feel, what we need, right? That's spiritual. We're listening to our deeper needs, whether it makes sense or not, right? It's not about making money and doing all that stuff. It's taking care of ourselves. That's spiritual. So this full moon on June 5th, tune it in, kids. It's time to get real and look at your long-term goals and consider other people when designing your future. That's the tone for June 5th, full moon. Yeah. I got some other stuff mixed up throughout the month. Just small things, but let's just talk about the big stuff, huh? June 18th. We're skipping all ahead. June 18th. Okay, in between, we got June 6th. We got Sun in Gemini, square Mars in Pisces. Everyone's going to be chit-chatty. Mars in Pisces doesn't feel at home. It feels spaced out. It's like a dud start energy, right? And that happens June 11th also. But instead of Mars in Pisces, it's Neptune in Pisces. Gemini energy wants to chit chat, wants to get out there and do things, and then like all this stuff's like mixed up, spaced out, wires aren't connected, blah, blah, blah. On to June 18th, we got Mercury retrograde in Cancer. I believe that makes the 5th. 5th? 4th retrograde. 4th retrograde. 4th planet retrograde. Mercury retrograde is not always a fun time, but if you look at it properly and you're prepared, you know what you're doing, it's not so bad. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet of travel. So when it goes in retrograde motion, we can have issues around topics like that. It's like an episode of Three's Company, where there's always some mistaken miscommunication thing, and then it ends up being some bigger thing than it was intended. It's not a time to sign contracts. It's not a time to really move ahead. It's a time to complete things, right? So Mercury retrograde will be going from June 18th until July 12th, a little less than a month. So just chill back. Wrap up some projects, kids. Yeah. Not a time to be signing papers. But in particular, when Mercury's retrograde in Cancer, we need to think, how can we think clearly when our emotions are at 11? Emotions are going to be dialed up a bit, kids. It's going to take focus to see things for what they really are. An opportunity to purify our emotional balance with reality. So, Cancer's all about feelings, right? We're going to be wanting to communicate. We're not going to feel clear. Things are kind of wishy-washy. We have all sorts of interesting retrograde planets. Just, this is not the month to let your emotions run your life. Your emotions will take you places you don't want to be later on. So keep that in mind. A couple days later, we got June 20th. We got the sun entering the sign of Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancer. It's your month. It's your month, Crab. God damn it, Crab, it's your month. It's Crab Fest at Everywhere Under the Sun. We want to feel at home. We want to feel safe, loved, nurtured, nurturing, and loving because we're crabs, right? So it's your time to shine. You've probably just spent the last month kind of in that end of the zodiac cycle, which is kind of this death cycle. It's letting go of some past. It's ramping up. It's reflecting on the new you, where you're going, who you're going to be, right? It's all about you, Cancer, in June and into July. So, you know, like I said, it's a good time where things get cozy and homey. But there's been all this Gemini energy saying get out and go too. So maybe we'll just kind of chill out a little bit. Great time. It's your time to get in your birthday suit and relax. All right. Next day, June 21st, we have a new moon in Cancer and an annular solar eclipse. Hey, Cancer, listen up. On June 21st, the gas pedal is pushed on an already emotional month. We reach its height, and we see what we're made of here, kids. Could be a peak moment in this Cancer retrograde cycle. And what I mean by that Cancer retrograde cycle is all these planets that are going backward. This Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Usually Mercury retrograde has some kind of peak moment where we're like, oh fuck, right? Oh shit, I gotta deal with that. So it's best not to fuck around to begin with, right? We just stay chill. It's when we really need things, right? When we just have to have things a certain way that we get ourselves in trouble. It's like the mouse wanting the cheese, right? He's like, God damn it, I want that cheese. And he sees it, and he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get the cheese. But he's like, I'm trying to get the cheese. You know how that goes. So we'll leave it at that. Moving along a couple days later, June 23rd, we have Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Now, look the fuck out, kids. Let's all meet at Planet Hollywood in the 16th dimension and order me a wake-up call. I'll be there in about negative 15 minutes ago, yo. All we needed was another planet in retrograde, right? Just more retrogrades, huh? This is number 5. Number 5. It's the majority of the planets in retrograde. Following the 3 from May and Mercury retrograde in Cancer, we now find the majority of the planets in retrograde position as Neptune joins the party in what the fuck Pisces. Don't believe a damn thing you think, feel, or imagine, or you're sure to fuck something up. Keep it real, kids. Neptune is called Planet Hollywood. Neptune is fantasy. Neptune is deception. Neptune is what's going on. But it also is a planet of deep spirituality and deep digging into all sorts of special realms. But you got to know how to navigate that territory successfully so you're not left out in the cold or hosed at the end. Now, it's a great time to write a book. It's a great time to write a science fiction book. It's a great time to get fantastical, get into your fantasy realms, paint, all that shit. Just don't mistake fantasy from reality. This Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, I mean, this is Neptune, but it's also in Pisces, which is like way the fuck out there. So this is like way out there on way out there, right? This is like, how much do we go out into the outer in space of where am I, right? Do we need more of that? I don't know. It's up to you, kids. Just don't be hosing yourself. Now, this is a long retrograde cycle. It's going until November 29th. So, have fun. Have a fun summer. 2 days later, on June 25th, that pesky little planet Venus is going direct. It's been retrograde in Gemini, so we do have some reprieve on this retrograde cycle. Venus will go direct. We only have 5 planets retrograde for 2 days. We'll go back to 4. Venus going direct is it's been a wacky one. Some good news is Venus is direct. That is, unless you fell for a trap and now you'll be regretting that new relationship when you wake up next to Mr. Wrong. Venus in retrograde is a horrible time to get in relationships. I did it once. It was horrible. You're attracted to people that wouldn't usually be attracted to. They're attracted to people that they wouldn't usually be attracted to. And then you guys get all like spicy and excited, or somebody comes back from the past. Retrograde's like the past, right? And they're just like, this is it, you know? And then when it's over, you're like, who are you? I don't like you. It just doesn't feel good. It's not right, you know? So it's like also a good time to not like change your hair color or do a big wardrobe makeover, because later on you'll be like, what the hell was I thinking, right? So that is good news. And Venus is coming your way, Cancer. So get ready to feel sexy. Sexy. When Venus comes into my sign, I feel sexy, boy. Yeah. June 28th. Mars finally gets out of Pisces, the wishy-washy trippiness of Pisces, and gets to go home and feel good again. Man, Mars has been lost in Pisces. It's just like laying in the water, laying in the clouds, saying, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, Mars goes home and is feeling confident, snug, and happy. It's ready to do shit. It's time to act. Just make sure you're not doing stuff while your mind is an egg in a frying pan. Be wise, be nimble, see things for what they really are. Don't be deluded and move forward with confidence. No room for emo Joe and his feelings about what is what. We've got Mercury retrograde in Cancer. I mean, people are like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how I'm feeling. It's not emo time. It's not time to be deceived by Neptune or Pisces or trip the fuck out. It's not time to be hitting those psychedelic drugs, man. I mean, if you're into that, but Jesus, man, you'd probably see it all and never come home. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, good news for forward moving energy, but you just have to be really clear that if you're going to move forward with anything, a project, a relationship, anything, that you're really clear about things and you're looking at things practically, because like I said, for some people this could mean deception, and for other people it's just crossed wires. Well, I thought it was this. Oh, it's not that. Aren't we getting married? No, it was a one-night stand. That kind of stuff. So Just be clear about it. The good news, though, is Mars and Aries, it's like, let's get shit done. Let's do it. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. June 30th. This is a wacky one. We got a retrograde Jupiter conjunct a retrograde Pluto in Capricorn. And this is in the area of the chart that's been blasting like government and government structures and all this huge social issues coming up. Pluto's been blasting in Capricorn, man. Old structure, old authority, government, transformation, transforming government, right? But they're both going backwards, and it's like a booty bump, right? When two people are walking backward, and they're like, boom, they're like, oh, excuse me, right? Let's back this bitch up into another bitch backing it up, and make sure you exchange insurance information, because shit's gonna get real, and the weather has been taking you there. But you'll find out what you're made of. You got more strength than you ever thought, Cancer. This month is all about self-reflection and seeing what's real and what's not. Drop it in second gear and engine brake this shit into July. So, something might come up at the end of the month. And if it is, then you'll just kind of be asked to kind of bring it up and give a little more than maybe you're used to, and see a part of you that, you know, you might be like, yeah, I knew I could do it. Self-reflection, and like I said, seeing what's real and what's not. That's the story, yo. Yeah, all right, Cancer, that is your astro weather for the month. What do you guys think about a tarot reading? And we can check the energy out. Let's do it. Cancer. Look at this, dude. I got a crystal, dude. Yeah, crystal. All right, let's put it out on the table. All right, Cancer. Well, what the hell's been going on with Cancer? Well, I know you guys have been getting fucked up for the last like 3 years, 5 years. Cancer opposing all this Pluto energy in Capricorn. It's been a rough ride. You guys are through the thick of it. But, you know, it's just real shit. And you guys are probably still coming out of it a little bit, you know? I mean, I know I am. That's my ascendant's in Cancer. I've got some other people that I really care about that are Cancers, and they just got plummeted the last so many years too. It's an intense time of fucking looking life square in the eye, man. And sometimes it's fucking scary. You're like, oh wait a second, I don't live forever. Like, people die. Who am I? Like, I used to have a purpose. Like, what is it now? I don't know. So, and then you come out of it and you just let yourself fucking toast, man. You just let it in and get pieced back together, dude. And you never know where it's going to lead you, but you trust the process because you have faith in your presence as a being and believe in love, right? Have some faith. All right, Cancer, let's flip some cards for you. Let's flip over to the Magic Tarot view. This is the Magic Tarot view. Hey, there's our crystal. Magic crystal, tell me what it's like. Will Cancer do it with love, with goodness and light? Yeah. All right, Magic crystal. All right, Cancer, you're the first ones to get the Magic crystal. We'll have to make the Magic crystal a visitor from now on. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It's been a lot of energy trying to... We're doing live streams. You should get subscribed for that. If you want to check out some live streams, you get some live free tarot readings. All right, this will be pile un. Let's make this pile dough and make that pile tray. We're gonna pick that mofo up, bring it to the top, to the top, to the top, and we're gonna see what you got. What you got? You got the King of Swords in reverse. This ain't no rehearsal. Yeah, we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. as what's influencing it. Holy bananas! Holy bananas! Holy bananas! Oh, I wish I could sing. Well, this is fucking weird already, isn't it? King of Swords in reverse. We got Queen of Wands in reverse, influencing the nature of the situation. Now, King of Swords usually is somebody who's really dialed in their masculine energy of the mind. This could be you. This could be somebody you know. This could be a situation that's going to help you grow. I don't know, yo, but we're going to find out. We're going to grab some cards and check them out. Yeah. This is Cancer reading, June 2020. Gonna pull some cards. Yo, it ain't funny. Yeah. Well, shit. King of Swords. King of Swords. This is like something. This is abuse. This is manipulation. This is some wacky shit, dude. This is not somebody using their mind in deceitful and harmful ways. And then what you have influencing this is the Queen of Wands. And this is similar. This is a bitch. This is overly emotional, cold-hearted, bitchy. So this is manipulative. This is cold-hearted, bitchy. I mean, this is just... wow. I don't even know where to go with this one. Let's get the rest of the cards out here so you can see what's going on. Alright, we got the Chariot in the spiritual realms. It's going to take you places. Get the fuck out, Cancer. Get away from this shit. You don't need that. Alright. You've been wanting to grow. Things haven't been growing in the past, and you somehow got in this manipulative situation. Who are these assholes? What you gonna do about it? In the subconscious realms, we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Reverse, back this shit up. That's what's motivating you in this situation. You want your glory day, and it hasn't come for a long time. But then all of a sudden, along comes the Ace of Pentacles to give you all the resources you need. It's a spiritual gift. All you gotta do is get the fuck out. That's all you gotta do, Cancer. GTFO, GTFO. And then along comes your attitude. Your attitude is renewal. Yeah. You went through some big transformations. You're learning some real shit, Cancer. And I'm going to talk to you about it in a second. Some real shit about life. This is your environment. Your environment is somebody's walking away from something. Something wasn't fulfilled. There's manipulation. It's masculine. It's feminine. It's parents. It's authority figures. It's... for some people, it's their own masculine and feminine dynamic with themselves that they come face to face with. Now they've been sitting at home alone. Shit's getting real. What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen? I'm scared that I don't have my emotional balance, says the King of Cups in reverse. I'm scared I can't find my emotional balance, says the King of Cups in reverse. And then, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Page of Wands shows up with resources and inspiration to start a new journey and be able to have the tools to invest and create the future. So there's a lot of funky shit going on here, Cancer. I ain't lying, but there's also a lot of beauty. Got some weird ass shit. Now let me tell you a little story here, okay? This is the masculine energy. This is the feminine energy, okay? This is the masculine energy of the mind and how we wield our sword. We have to decipher, and we have to cut away things, and we have to choose doorways throughout our lives. This is choosing how to use the mind. We can use the mind, and we can respond to the same exact situation in a myriad of ways. And when we recognize that we have the power to do that, we become masters of our reality. When we don't realize that we have the opportunity of that, we turn into total assholes. And we fuck with people, and we say mean shit, and we create a bunch of problems for ourselves and others. And we don't need that, do we? So you're either dealing with someone like that, or you're putting energy like that out, or you're sick and tired of this bullshit. So this is Master the Mind. How do I move out of the darkness? How do I move away from people that are in the darkness And how do I get away from people that are throwing shade my way? Good questions, right? Well, the best answer is get the fuck out. Queen of Wands in reverse. Similar energy, but this is the feminine side of it, right? Now, this is somebody who's really bitchy. This is someone who's cold-hearted, right? So this is influencing it, right? So you've got this interplay, this dynamic, this masculine and feminine energy that's not aware of itself, not understanding how creativity works. Now, creativity or creation is fundamental, and it's masculine and feminine. It's negative and positive, right? It's not good or bad. It's a creative polarity. They're creative partners, right? The masculine energy provides, it's inspiration. It's a seed for something, right? So we understand this in human terms between a male and a female making a baby, right? So if the man, his intention or his seed is his intention, right? And that's the initiation of any sort of creation, right? It doesn't matter if it's human beings or life in general or natural world. It's all the same. It's intention, and the feminine is incubation, right? So if we're not in touch with our true source, if we're not in touch with who we really are, if we're not listening, if we're fighting life, then we become the asshole and the bitch, so to say, right? Now, this could be someone else around you. You've got, parents and masculine and feminine energy around you. These are people that are just not listening and knowing. These are people they're out of touch, and you need to be aware of that dynamic around you right now because it's very destructive and insidious. Now, this card up here is from the spiritual realms, and in the spiritual realms, the Chariot's basically like, get in, we're getting out of here, right? So it's like the car that pulls up, and they're like, all right, hop in, let's get the fuck out. Now, in this case, this is the message from the angels to you, kind of as your totem for this entire reading, right? And this is move on, move forward. There's some old way, right? So for some people, this is going to be, wow, for the last 20 years of my life, I've lived with these voices in my head that's constantly negative. And now I've realized, wow, I'm sick of it, and I don't need to live that way. I can just watch it. I can watch that dynamic going on in my head. I don't need to personalize it anymore, Or for other people, it's going to be living with your parents and you're just sick of each other. This could be you're in a relationship that's constantly just bringing out the worst in each other. But whatever the message is, it's get the fuck out. This is the Chariot. This is, we're leaving and we're not coming back. This is a permanent change in your life. You're moving forward, move forward, move forward, move forward. It's time to move forward. Okay, that's your message. In the recent past, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is that, you really wanted to invest in things, but they really haven't grown, or you've tried and it's just not happening, right? So sometimes this can be because you're in the wrong relationship. Sometimes it could mean you're in the wrong environment, right? This is just a mix-up of values and understanding how creation works, right? So when we get the fuck out and get away from this kind of energy, we can start seeing things clearly, and we can start creating things that will last and generate resources and energy that build up to things. This is wasting energy. This is complaining, bitching, all that shit. Now, what's really motivating you in the situation, this is in the subconscious realms, Cancer, and this is what's motivating you to take action here. And what it is that you have lost the spark, that you're not seeing the celebration of life anymore. You want that sense of experience and excitement again in your life to celebrate it, right? It's just not, it hasn't been happening, so you're like, well, fuck, I need to do something, right? So angels say, get the fuck out, jump in the limo, don't come home. Near future, Ace of Pentacles, does it get any better? This is the hand of God coming out of the sky with this huge huge gold coin. And he's saying, yo, take this, use this. This is your tool, right? Use this. Go out there in the world and create, right? So something's coming for you. A lot of resources. For some people, maybe this is unemployment money. Some people, it's it's some resource or opportunity that's going to show up for you big time. So that's, like I said, doesn't get much better than Ace of Pentacles. Boom. That was my email, by the way. Nice and loud, huh? Your attitude in the situation is a star. You're ready for renewal. This is the card that comes after the Tower. This is emotional renewal. This is, you know, I'm ready to be reborn. I'm ready to go off on my own and find a new journey and be inspired. Look at that big star coming out of the sky. It's inspiration. This is your attitude. You got a great attitude. But someone else is walking away. This is the environment around you. Now, it could be someone else walking away, or it could be you walking away. It could be just the general feeling of people going their own ways, right? They set up all these cups, but one's missing. He took his. He said, fuck it. I'm leaving. I'm good. I don't need to invest any more in this shit. That could be you, like I said, but that's your environment. Greatest hopes and greatest fears. King of Cups. Don't be a dick. You don't want to be a dick. King of Cups in reverse is somebody who's not in touch with their emotional truth. This is your greatest fear, is that you will not be in touch with your emotional truth, but you can do it, Cancer, because you are the water master. Outcome. We've got Page of Wands. Cancer. The resources are going to show up. You're at the beginning of a new journey. You're creating your walking stick, and you're about to go out there and tackle the trail, right? You're about to go move on in this new direction. So you're tired of the manipulation. You're tired of this bantering back and forth. There's some kind of bantering, right? And when you go through all this, you're going to have the resources. You have the good attitude. As soon as, you know, you have this kind of separation where people start moving their own ways, you're going to, you know, put your hiking boots on and be ready to move forward. So this is really positive for you. I don't see any setbacks. I don't see any negativity here. I just see a beautiful opportunity to get out of a negative situation and move forward. And, you know, maybe it might feel a little bit lonely, but at the same time, it's like, it's not like it's just, oh, now I'm alone. It's more like, now I know what I want. Now I know how I feel. I'm going to go off and strike some new journey I've never been on. I'm going to explore something I've never explored in my life. And there's this kind of sense of wonder that returns. You know, there's this sense of, well, what's possible and what's next. And you're just at the beginning of this journey and looking to see what you can do to look forward and see what's going to come your way. So, looks pretty cool, you know, just get your hiking boots on, man. Learn to enjoy your own company and really learn to be stoked, like exploring new ideas and new directions. Sometimes we have to release a lot of stuff and then find excitement in the plainness of a new day and go out there and fill our cups again, you know, and earn that, you know. And, you know, maybe it's not the way it used to be, but the opportunity to rediscover what's new for you is, it's like you're just born again. So anyway, Cancer, that is Hanging With June 2020. Look at that beat drop, bringing it down right at the end. Cancer, I hope you guys are doing good. You guys are really sensitive. Tune that energy, tune that sensitivity to something constructive. Express your feelings. Be compassionate. Use the opportunity to express goodness, you know, and always keep your energy towards warmth and goodness and not crabbiness, right? We want to keep it good, take that sensitivity and turn it towards goodness, you know. It's a fucked up world out there. People aren't all that sensitive to Cancers, but you can show them your beauty, your inner beauty, and if they don't like it, then they can suck it, right? All right, Cancer, thanks for chilling. Hanging with Cancer, June 2020. Please like, subscribe. It helps me out. I know it sounds like everyone else says, but I'm trying to grow my channel. I don't have a bunch of viewers, so that'd be cool. And I do live streams, so if you do and you subscribe, when I go on for my live streaming, you can come on and get a free reading and hang out. And check out streetlevel.live, my website, or street-level.net. You can order some cool stuff on there and get a reading. Or just check out a cool website with a bunch of shit on there that I put on there. Yeah. All right, Cancer. Peace out. I'll see you July 2020.